Blackstone Publishing presents When Women Ruled the World, 6 Queens of Egypt by Cara Cooney. This book is read by Cara Cooney. Introduction: Why Women Don't Rule the World. In the 5th century BC, thousands of years after her lifetime, the Greek historian Herodotus wrote about a certain Nitocris, a queen whose husband-brother had been murdered by conspirators. The young, beautiful woman claimed her revenge by inviting all the collaborators to a grand banquet in a fancy and newly commissioned underground hall. When the men were all happily eating and drinking, Nitocris ordered the floodgates open through a secret channel, drowning them all in Nile waters. The rebels thus dispatched, her final act was to throw herself into a fiery pit so that no man could exact his retribution on her. One wonders whether the fiery pit could have been any better than whatever torture they might have meted out. 2 centuries after Herodotus, the Egyptian priest-historian Manetho, compiler of Egypt's most comprehensive history, included a section on Nitocris, adding that she had light skin and rosy cheeks, reigned alone for 12 years, and had a pyramid built in her honor. Nitocris's story has everything: political intrigue, incest, fabulous Egyptian booby traps, and most important of all, a beautiful young queen avenging her husband's murder with cleverness and bravery. Offing herself before they could take, presumably sexual, revenge on her makes her even more appealing. There is only one problem. There is no evidence from that time of Nitocris. No burial location, no statuary, no texts, no monuments, nothing to prove that she was more than a historian's fantasy. But her narrative fits some extraordinarily familiar patterns for well-documented female rulers of ancient Egypt. She was the last ruler of her family dynasty. She acquired power by marrying her own brother. She acted in fierce protection of her husband, her brother, her patriarchy. She resorted to deceit and trickery to gain power over her enemies, and she was misunderstood by her own people, who would erase her image from monuments around Egypt. Indeed, there is enough to Nitocris's legend to suspect that what might seem like nothing more than a salacious story is actually composed of kernels of truth, embedded in a romanticized cultural memory that has come down to us in fragmented and dramatized form. In one place on our planet, thousands of years ago,